12 months ago, you set Manchester United's goals at winning the Premier League, but at the same time saying that the club needed to reassess what its targets were. Having delivered 3 trophies in your first season, what are the aims for this season?
I told that we were candidates, and I keep saying that. And I think doesn't matter what, at Manchester United we have always to say that. I think this season we are better prepared for that than last season. Last season was, as I was saying, a game of words and a game of feelings and respect for the history than the club, than a statement based on our potential to win the Premier League. I think this season we are a little bit better equipped after 1 year of work and improvement, not just at football level, but also in terms of the structure that we have around. Just as a quick and simple example, can we compare this pre-season with last pre-season? Impossible to compare. So we are improving step by step.
Jose, your unveiling talked about success being a routine at Manchester United. After winning 3 trophies last season, do you feel like that has become back in the groove, back in the
We won 3 trophies, but the Europa League was very difficult to win, but it's not the Champions League. So we went to Europa League as one of the top teams. We go to the Champions League and we are not one of the top teams. And we have to be better, much better for that objective. So, we cannot be just thinking that we won, like I say, 2.5 trophies, like we did last season. This season is going to be more difficult, but I think we have also better conditions to fight for the Premier League against fantastic teams, against amazing investments. But I believe in our group, in our spirit, in our empathy, in our togetherness, in our happiness to be together, in our happiness to work together. I trust my boys, and we are going to try.
You've spoken very positively about your group throughout this trip. The players themselves talk about the special bond there is. The profile of the group's changed now. Naturally, with someone like Wayne departing, Zlatan's around the club as well.
But Wayne was a very positive influence. We cannot say we are going to improve the group because Wayne left. No way. All the other way around. He was such an important guy and good guy for us. I just think it's a new period without that face, without that leader, without that good influence on us, and now it's time for other people to come up, and knowing that probably is Michael Carrick last year, the people that is behind, they have to prepare themselves for that, and the best way to prepare themselves for that is to be already burning in terms of that good positive influence and leadership.
The age profile is going down. Is Paul Pogba emerging out of that as a leader of a new team, new Manchester?
I would say the leader of the young guys. He's probably the oldest of the young guys. He's for sure the one with more experience because he's the one that played Champions League final, Euro final, Europa League final. He has big experience at such a young age. At the same time, he's still the kid that comes from the academy. The way he is in the club, the way he is in the group, in the training ground, his relation with the people is still the relation that Marcus Rashford has, Jesse Lingard has, all these kids they have. So he's still a kid from the academy, but with his experience, with his status, and with his quality on the pitch, where he's also a key player for us. So I think Paul has conditions to be in a couple of years such an important guy in the club, really.
You are building a new Manchester United.
I am.
A new club.
Yes, and I think the base of everything has to be when you find what I call the happy dressing room. I think now has to be very difficult for somebody to come in, and also very difficult for somebody to go out. Difficult to come in, we need to choose the profile. The people that come in has to be people like us. I knew Lukaku well from my time. I kept contact with Lukaku for all these years. I know what he would be. Lindelof played in my country for 3-4 years, so without knowing him personally, but I had the feelings, the information of the profile of the person. So we don't want just good players. We want people that comes to a happy group and keeps a happy group, and I think this will be the base of our work, because we are so happy together.
Your work can't be made any easier by the amounts of money that are being spent. You've spent a lot of money on top players over your career, but it seems as though a lot of money is being spent on every player.
You know, and this season we spent a lot of money in a striker, and if we don't do that, we have no striker. That's obvious that nowadays, especially for the strikers, the amount of money is amazing. And you know, next season we are not going to spend a lot of money in a striker, but this season we had to do it. But the investment is overall, and it's every team, and every team has fantastic players. You know, when I look to West Ham, just as an example, Chicharito, could he be Man United striker? Of course he could, and he's playing for still, and he plays for West Ham, which is not normally a candidate for the title. So every club is getting good players. Every club is investing a lot, and I think some clubs, obviously, they are paying too much, and by paying too much, they create a very strange and out of control market. But this is a reality now.
Are you as enthused by the job as you were when you were at Porto, for instance? You've achieved so much. Are you still focused and happy and motivated to do well for Manchester United?
More than before, and better prepared than before. You know, Porto was 2004. 13 years later, it looked so fast for me, and I think when it looks so fast, is because you love it so much. Because when time flies, is because you enjoyed that time. When time looks very slow, it's because you are not enjoying, and it never ends. So 13 years was like a finger click, and I'm ready for 13 more.
What would you like your legacy at Manchester United to be? You spoke about being at the club for a long time. They are a club who gives managers time. You've also said that you're doing a lot of work that nobody sees. What would you like your legacy to be?
I'd like the next manager to arrive, not now, but I would like the next manager to arrive and to find a much better club and team than I found at every level.
You didn't find a good club?
I found an amazing club with an amazing history, but not ready for me to win.
You wanted to win.
And I want the next one to win too.